Good day, everyone. Today is another backtesting session, and for today's video, uh, it's just gonna be a regular backtesting session, nothing special. It's just what I do on a daily, day-to-day basis, how my thought processes, as well as my psychology behind each winning or losing trades. And yeah, let's proceed. Nothing really much to talk about here, so let's just start with an hourly here. But before actually we start, let's go at the news. So we have unemployment claims on 8:30. So with that, when I see a news, I want to see a channel from that. All right, so this is data high here. I don't determine my bias yet. Like perfectly, that's how I go. When there's like a pre-market red folder news, I always try to find the data high or low coming from it. But here we are respecting both PD rates. We are clearly bullish and looking for long, which is also aligned with our data high. We respected this hourly gap. Look at the 15 minute. All right, we we don't have that rate of displacement to the upside. So shorts might be validated here because it was just LR over here and it's also 15 intermediate low. But let's see how market opens. Provide the setup. All right. All right, guys, we got a little cut on that one. I didn't see that. I turned off my recording. Anyways, not really nothing really much happened. We see how the market opened. We went higher. We currently have this data highs here, which was taken out by ES. So this is clearly what I wanted to see. And ES took that data high. I don't want us to go higher. At this point, I just want to see us lower. And alright, this looks like really decent shorts. Mhm. But we didn't get an entry on that. Just there's not really an entry. There might be a 30-second here. Yep, all my drawn liquidity got taken out without an entry, boys. Without an entry. October is something else with its delivery. All right, we're gonna go lower. But the drawn liquidity was so obvious to me. There wasn't just any sort of entries, bro. Alright. Remind. Alright, these are just equal lows over here. Mm-hmm. The 15-minute manipulation. I'm leaning towards no trade, but what I'm seeing right now, I like the shorts. I like the shorts. I like the drawn liquidity. More discretionary, y'all. Again, more discretion. Just looking for a quick 1-1 here. I don't want us to go higher than this inversion right here. So yeah, really tight stop, like 1 to 1 point. Pretty much it's a 1-1 here. I like this. I just see this flushing. I'll just take this mech move, guys. Um, I have so much conviction in this trade. Really discretionary though. Really discretionary, but I love it so much. Obvious bearish order flow. We are respecting bearish feeder rates and disrespecting bullish feeder rate. So, oh man, this looks so good. Okay, I'm taking this. Just actually just look for an SMT if you have to even add more confluence. Not really significant, but yeah, I'm really confident with this draw. With that, we actually risk heavier, bro. I'm risking pretty much like 3% of this trade. Just see it work out and play out, guys. Um, I've just seen this type of set of work, day in and day out. So this is really discretionary. I cannot really take it as much. It's just how I see the market as a narrative. As basic as I would explain this, we are in a bearish order flow, disrespecting bullish gaps or bullish feeder rates and disrespecting bearish. And this inversion wasn't the best. And it was, the first percent inversion, but I didn't really base it on that. It's just pure price action, pure draw on liquidity, and intuition type of trade. So I just want to see this flush, really tight stop. Actually, I can get my stops at this high, but I just want to give room because we're going to open a gap. And when this new candle opens, we might go here and go lower. That's why I can put my stops there. But at the same time, we can just literally go here and just flood. So that's what I'm trying to anticipate here. All right. That's that's just really what I want to see. Type of setup that I'm really confident taking. It's really clear drawn liquidity for me. really clear order flow. It's more discretionary, guys. It's not systematic by any means, but as I mentioned, I can put a tighter stop, but well, the only reasoning I didn't go for that because there's a gap here, and we can just respect this still, but also respect this. Like on just a one candle, this could just be a long 20-point wick and just flush lower. But in this case, we saw what I wanted to see. Just had a really nice flush after taking um delivery from the field 5 minute. Actually, this wasn't on the field 5 minutes. Like we got like a 5 minute really high steep here, but um just really clear draw for me. More discretionary, more intuition type of setup, but I've just seen this setup day in and day out. This is really what market experts can do for y'all. On our past two losses, they were pretty systematic with some sort of discretion as well, and they were S plus setup. This trade right here wasn't S plus at all, model wise, or being mechanically and being systematic. It wasn't S plus by any means. The speed discretion type of trade. I've just seen this setup work, work not day in day out, but I've seen this work. This trade ideology, this trade, specific what I'm seeing right now. I've seen it work multiple times as long as there was like a clear draw on liquidity. There's a clear order flow that's being respected, and yeah, I as in the past two trades on our losses, we had 1% loss and there was like a 2% loss. But this one, I risked 3% on this trade, and we're back to break even again in this month. And yeah, I just really saw this trade working. I don't see it failing in any way, sort of form. But obviously, you'll have to put that in mind that you could still lose any single time. But I just have this some sort of intuition with this trade and conviction that shit is gonna work out. It's not really much systematic explanation here. It's more discretionary. And as you trade more and more, you'll gain market experience and discretion on your trade. So it's gonna be all for this episode. We're finally done on our losing streak, and I can actually see probably gonna now rebalance higher. That's how it should be. And just always trust the statistics. A lose streak doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna be necessarily negative on the month. If you're negative on the month, you're not gonna be negative for the whole year, bro. It's just always gonna balance out, and you just gotta trust statistics. You know, almost 3 years worth of data. All years so far were positive. uh like in the past 24 months, actually, like not 24 months, for like over 30 months. Like right now we're going to our technically on our third year, so like on the past 33 months every single month was profitable, apart from a month I was only negative on 1 month, and that was actually April, and there was like I think a break even month, I think. So either a break even or a one negative one, but apart from that every single month was positive. So what really matters is what's in the long term. Are you net positive in the long term? If you're net positive in the long term, it just means you have a really profitable strategy. And in this case, it was really profitable. And yeah, a really nice win here. Not something that's necessarily repeatable. you know, Not necessarily repeatable since it was systematic, but then again, market experience just plays a major role. And this is what you know, hours of backtesting can get you guys. So it's gonna be so familiar with the price action that you're able to spot this type of trades, not necessarily systematic, not necessarily A plus or S plus. It's just the draw liquidity, just how to execute. So it's gonna be all for today, y'all. And it's slightly a different trade than what you usually see with me. But yeah, this is always me reminding that every time you follow your system, you will be rewarded. Every time you disobey them, you will be punished. Peace out.